You gotta have guts to survive in this world. Welcome to another Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son, review, and we are reviewing Berserk, the Egg of the King. Now, a lot of you guys should know what Berserk is all about. I mean, if you should at least heard of Berserk. Berserk is definitely, when I saw the television or the anime series, it was bloody, it was gritty, it was dark, it was fucked up, it was very fucked up, and I did like the character Guts, and I thought Griffith was just a sniving son of a bitch. This is a movie. It's about, give or take, an hour and 20 minutes. It's not that long, honestly. It's pretty short compared to the other movies that are out there. But I'm reviewing the first movie, and that's, of course, Berserk, the Egg of the King. That sounds so funny. Well, anyway, so what they wanted to do, basically, is get the manga, and the manga's still ongoing, and pretty much try to get, make movies out of it, have for a new generation, make movies out of it so they can, see arc 1 or 2 or 3. There's about maybe 3 movies in total, maybe 3 movies in total so far. And this is just covering basically the relationship with Guts, our main hero, who's this big, bulky guy with a big ass buster, like, Cloud's buster, but it's a big ass sword. His fighting style is so relentless, so like a brute force type fighting swordsmanship style, and he tries to win any means necessary. And it's really about him and his relationship with the head of the Hawk gang, or the band of Hawks, this mercenary type group of Griffith. Now, Griffith is basically he seems that like he's kind, and a lot of people are going to lay down their lives just to make his dream come true, which he wants to become. He wants to rule his own empire, basically. He wants his own kingdom, so to speak. It's really the way they meet up in the movie and in the manga. It's basically a lot of stuff. It's really dwelling in the relationship between Guts and Griffith, Griffith, basically his need for power, his need to be, number one, basically his ambition. It's his ambition, and the best way to sum it up, he doesn't view his colleagues as friends. He views them as soldiers, and if they can't help him out to acquire his goal, his dream, they're of no use to him. So that he could have a happy face, a smiley face, but underneath it, it's just greed, ambition, and he will do any means necessary to get to his goal. Now we also get Casca. I love Casca. I liked her in the anime series. It's been a while since I've seen the anime series. I think she was it seems like it's definitely a little bit different from the anime series to this film. And she really is she really speaks her mind more, and she really hates Guts, which is true to the manga as well. So it's very interesting. Of course, she likes Griffith. That's not a spoiler. She likes Griffith. She harbors feelings for him. But it's awesome to see, or it's really interesting to see basically her and Guts' relationship and how it forms, and how they hate each other. Well, not necessarily Guts. He doesn't hate Casca. He just, gets irritated by her, and how she just despises Guts at first and just really doesn't see why Griffith would allow him to join this band of mercenaries. So I gotta say, the film, it's sometimes, it's clean. It's funny because there's a lot of brutality in this movie, and there's a lot of violence, but it's kind of clean. It's clean looking. The animation's very clean. It's very up to date. I really got taken out of it sometimes, though, with the computer animation mixing with the overall anime animation. It just kind of it's like, oh, that's a computer animation. You could just totally tell. So it kind of took me out a little bit sometimes when I saw that computer animation come to, try to mix in with the overall anime animation. So gotta say, wasn't a very smooth transaction, not like other films that I've seen, but overall it does take me out, but I'm able to get back into the film and really enjoy it. The music was not too bad. I kind of wished for more of a just more of a something that will just ring through the ears. And there is a lot of times where a lot of the soundtrack does come into play, but it just feels like it's not too memorable. I felt like they should have just upped their game for this kind of anime series. It definitely needs to be more brutal and stuff, and there is a lot of brutal moments. There's a lot of great moments with Guts, taking out a lot of this army. There's one point a big old monster that comes and appears. It's called I think it's called Zod. I was like, oh, Zod, you mean Zod from fucking Superman? It's like a Zod. That was pretty cool. The fight sequences and the battles were really great. The violence was really great. I really love violent animes that showcases, because why not? You have anime is basically this animation. You could do whatever you really wanted when it comes to just violence in general. And it's Berserk is definitely set in such a violent time and it's so gritty and just so brutal. I just did not feel that way in this film. I saw, there was like ooh kind of moments, but it just didn't capture me like the manga or the anime series, where it's just like, damn, this is so fucked up. This is so brutal, so violent. This is the kind I want to turn away, but I can't stop watching. This film, it didn't have that tone to me, but it still had great. Like I said, the animation was really great. The music could have been better, I gotta say. The pacing was not too bad. The pacing was really great. You introduced Guts, you introduced the Hawk, the mercenaries, the band of Hawks. You introduced a lot of these other kind of characters, and like I said, it's not a very long film, so you're not going to get really tired of it. Overall, you're just going to really enjoy it, unless you do like me, where you just kind of the CGI or the computer animation kind of takes you out. Then it'll take you out just for a little bit, but you'll get back into it. Like I said, the characters' relationships are the most interesting thing about this movie. It basically, especially with Guts and Griffith, and how their relationship, and how there's tension there. There's actually sexual tension as well. It feels like there's sexual tensions between these two, and if you know from the manga, Griffith has that. It seems like he's harbors feelings for Guts, and there's also a lot of tension with Casca and Guts, and Casca. Not too much tension with Casca and Griffith, but I felt like there's a lot of tension and a lot of definitely interesting dialogue between the two of Guts and Griffith, and how polar opposites they are, but they're banding together to pretty much do their business and move forward. And it seems like they have a great strong friendship, but we all know that Griffith is a son of a bitch. So basically, yes, this film is definitely a one to watch, especially if you have Netflix. I mean, it's something that's really cool to watch. I like I said, I would recommend you with the manga. I think the manga's better overall, but I haven't seen the other films. Maybe this is just the stepping stone of greatness, but overall it's a great film. It's a great way to introduce Berserk. I just feel like it's just too clean. It just needs to be a little bit more. I think they should have stuck with the animation, not use actually computer animation for this. They should have just stuck with regular animation, anime animation, regular illustrations instead of hand, instead of using the computer animation. I know a lot of people like to use computer animation for films. I just felt like there was not a need for this particular series. That's just my opinion. That's just how I am. But overall, I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy this. I think a lot of people are going to get into Berserk and want to find out more about it. I think you're definitely going to want to check out the other movies. I want to check out the other movies, but of course it's not available to me right now. Maybe I'll download it or whatever. So yeah, great. It was a great watch. It's not very long. It's definitely worth checking out because it's not very long. And Berserk is one of the all-time best manga series characters you'll ever see. The story is really fucked up. There's a lot of events that are going to be playing out, especially with the upcoming films that probably are going to touch on, and I think it's really fucked up. But you just, like I said, it's a train wreck that you can't stop watching. But over the series is not a train wreck. It's a awesome series. So thank you guys for listening. Let me know your thoughts on if you've seen it, if you're going to watch it. I think it definitely is something to watch. A little bit more violence, please. Next films. But yeah, I can't wait to see the next films of Berserk. I like the series. I like this character, Guts. I like the villain, so to speak. I like the overall, basically, just the world of it. I felt like I was watching Kingdom of Heaven, if you ever seen that movie. That's what I first felt like I was watching in the very beginning when I was seeing this. But yeah, it's just a great watch, and definitely read the manga, watch the old anime series, and just enjoy. Just enjoy and let me know. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe, please like, and I'll have more reviews on the way.